I'm Iván Штефанець. I'm the member of European Parliament from Slovakia. I spent 20 years in business and now 10 years in politics. I'm the member of Internal Market and Budget Committee in the European Parliament, and also I'm the member of EU-Ukraine delegation. In order to improve prosperity of the country, it's really very important to improve business environment. So firstly, we took changes in taxation, so we did tax reform. Secondly, we stabilized our currency, and later on we adopted common European currency, euro. And thirdly, also we improved our administration in order to minimize administrative cost to business. Tax reform was very successful one. Basically, we minimized direct taxes and slightly we went up with indirect taxation, with consumer taxes. So the rationale behind was to support activity, to support productivity, and we succeeded with that. I think also what is important is that we simplified the whole taxation system, which is now more transparent and more easy to understand for the people. To stabilize currency, we made changes in banking sector. Basically, we restructured the debts of banks. We privatized banking sector, and later on, as I said, we entered the European Monetary Union. Through this process, we brought discipline into public finances. We simplified all the administrative procedures in order to establish new business, in order to deal with public administration. So we try to simplify all the procedures for entrepreneurs who can, in this way, be more focused on their activities. I do think that tax reform, minimization of administration and also stabilization of currency is important also for Ukraine and also for all the countries which would like to prosper and would like to join the European Union. And I think it's important really to focus on business environment and to understand that jobs are created by private sector, not by the public administration, but by private sector, and this private sector has to have suitable conditions for that. One thing which was also important during this process was the process of privatization, which is absolutely necessary in every country. We shouldn't forget one fact, and this is the fact that privatization brings also the anti-corruption measures, because privatized companies are much more efficient and they focused on a better work ethic, and they are much more productive in comparison with state-owned companies. Just one example from Slovakia, talking about the biggest gas company in Slovakia, it improved 20 times profitability after privatization. I think good learning from Slovakia is that we established a special regime. While we were on the road to EU to adopt so many European legislation, so many laws, they were a priority. So we established priority system in the national parliament. We had special committee which was dealing with the European administration, and also if there was a European law, it was clear that this law has the priority. I think another recommendation is to organize a special voting session in the parliament, just focusing on the European legislation. I think this should be the priority for every parliament which would like to join European Union. EU, it means really stability, prosperity, and it means peace. I think that's the most important value which we are aware of that, and I think particularly in Ukraine, as we know, it is very important value. We have to achieve peace.